It's been awesome here at All-Star Weekend. Huge thank you to the General for making all of this possible. I know the General's meant a lot to you, but also for this podcast, they've been unbelievable.
Also want to thank the General. Love you guys at the General. Appreciate it.
Thank you to Iverson. Thank you to Mac McClung. Another great episode of the Big Podcast.
Thanks to Shane. Thanks to Playmaker. I love you guys. About to get it cracking. Love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I do it big, big, big. I'm coming to win. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big, big, big. I'm coming to win. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big.
We are now welcoming in an 11-time All-Star, an NBA MVP, a Hall of Famer, one of the top 75 greatest players of all time. His crossover was so killer that if you fell victim, you might cross over. Sleeves, braids, an icon that is emulated to this day. His fierceness and mentality, with him, there was no play. He is the question. He is the answer. He is the reason so many of us wore number 3. Allen freaking Iverson.
Man, that was tough right there.
Ooh.
That was tough.
Hey, Adam, that boy always shining. That boy shining. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, baby?
Wow.
Can y'all hear me?
You're in the flesh, bro. I got my answers on. I got my Iverson hoodie. This is the one. No offense to you, bro. This is the one.
He is. Do you remember the first time we met? Let me tell you the first time we met.
And then all I remember is you, every time I went to L.A., I had my chain out, and then he'd tuck it in. He'd tuck my chain in. And then I'm seeing interviews, I'm seeing you on TV, and what you rock? I seen that Superman chain, man.
Yeah, but I was in the area and I knew certain people.
That was your stomping ground.
No, I'm just saying I knew certain people and I didn't want you out there.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So I always had to protect you.
Appreciate it.
Before you came in, I knew nothing about you. Let me explain. I don't pay attention to other players. First time I saw you was at that preseason game versus the Lakers when you and Nick was going at it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So, bro, Allen came, he hit Nick with a move. So you know me. Nick busts his
We're talking about Nick Van Exel.
Nick Van Exel. So about 5-6 minutes, him and Nick is going at it. That's when I knew he was a problem. I knew he was a problem, and I really, really paid attention. And he was always my favorite player. And during the scouting reports, they was like, hey, when AI come off that screen, you got to show up. I was like, nope. All you bragging on defense, y'all got him. So I used to let him go, White Chocolate go, T-Mac, and Vince Carter go.
Carter.
I never fouled. I had to foul him hard one time. That was in the finals. And his mom gave me the craziest look.
No, listen. This dude right here gave me the worst injury I had in my career.
And you
don't even remember that. I was coming down full speed, and you tried to get in front of me, and your knee hit me in my thigh. I had a thigh bruise. I was out like 2 months.
Damn.
From that injury, yeah.
You got big knees, bro.
Yes, sir.
You ain't get no icy hot?
Man, look, hold on.
Man up, Allen Iverson. Icy hot.
Hold on, I got the picture in my phone. Cause I was gonna post it. I got the picture in my phone. And then you tried to help me up. That was the worst part. You gonna hurt me and then help me up? Anyway. But you my man though, you know that.
The Big Podcast with Shaq is presented by The General. You know your boy Shaq loves The General. Before the league, before the rings, before I got my big break, I've been rocking with The General. The General has been offering quality coverage for 60 years, and now they want to give you a break when you need it. Flexible payment options, Flexible payment options that keep you covered. The ability to pick your due date, and low rates and low down payments. Visit thegeneral.com and get a quote. That's thegeneral.com and get a quote today. And it wouldn't be the Big Podcast if it wasn't presented by The General.
for me, one of the greatest moments. I know you guys won the series, but game one, 54?
48.
55. No, was it
48. Don't
55?
take my 3
48,
points
48.
away.
48 points. You had the one move too where you went baseline and jumped around him in the lane with the floater. Eric Snow had the big shot. Rajah Bell had the big shots. That, I know y'all won, but you hadn't lost at all. That felt like a championship, that game one, man.
No, it didn't.
Damn. So to me, it was like one of the great. What was it like for you to take game one in that series?
Man, because they were juggernauts. You know what I mean? The perfect two superstars, and then you got all them guys around them that
Derek
make
Fisher, yeah.
all. I mean, the perfect puzzle. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because everybody talked about how Kembe did a good job on him, but he averaged what, Reggie? 35.
I think
and
it was
15.
like 35 and 15.
Yeah, and I'm like, everybody keeps saying, man, Dikembe did a good job on Shaq. I'm like, what game was y'all watching? And that's my man. Like, what game was y'all watching? Like, I'm telling you, Kobe did some things to help them get over the hump. He didn't have no explosive series. And if we could have did anything with Shaq, anything, like, just say probably 25 and 10, we might have a chance. But, I mean, when I tell you, dominated that series. Dominated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would have been a hard series for me, and let me tell you why. I love you. Usually I have to go into a series mad to get into that mode, but I just couldn't. Like, AI's my boy, AI's my boy. And Jerome knew that. Uncle Jerome, you know Uncle Jerome, he didn't want me to be soft. So Dikembe says, I'm the defensive player of the year. We don't need the double team. So I'm just like, oh, we about to play Philly, I don't know. And Uncle Jerome brings an article. He said, hey, man, Dikembe said he's going to play you one-on-one. Bro, you just trying to get me pumped. I'm going to be ready. He said, no, that's what he said. So I looked at it, and it was quotes. And I said, yeah. And then we watching TV that night, and he said, I'm Dikembe Mutombo. I'm the defensive player of the year. So now I'm pissed. So now the first play of the game, I get it. And this standing behind me, I'm like, oh, they're not going to double me? And then Dikembe made the mistake of 7'4", going to 6'11", and he put his face right behind my shoulder. I try to knock his teeth out of his mouth every
Raised
time.
up on him. Threw the ball. I mean, just won't even a dunk. It just, man, look here.
When he would physically impose himself on people, did you feel bad watching like Todd McCullough or Dikembe taking one right to the
I felt
face?
bad. Hell yeah. I felt bad for them, and I felt bad for me for losing. You know what I mean? Like, just couldn't nobody, like, you know, I love the centers today. I love the way the game is elevating. I love, you know, the skill set of a lot of centers. But I'm talking about the word dominant is Shaq. The word dominant it belongs to him. You know what I mean? Like, you could not do nothing.
What word belongs to you, would you say?
Dominant.
Dominant, yeah.
Yeah.
I call myself Baby Shaq.
Really?
How did you,
I wanted to dominate like Shaq, like Shaquille O'Neal.
where did you get that from? Because when from the day one to the day you left, even though you're small in size, you always came in the lane. I mean, one time I blocked your shot and you kept coming in. And then I kept getting in foul trouble. I'm like, this ain't stopping. So, like,
I throw that thing to the ceiling.
yeah, you did. But my question is, like, where'd you get that mental fortitude to say?
Football player. Where I'm from, I remember Stephen A. said something a while back. He was like, after all the stuff that he been through in his life, the game is easy when you make it from where I'm from. It's just a game. I was telling Reggie, my man, keep bringing him up because he's my basketball head. Like, we always just talk basketball. And he was like, man, did you get nervous before games? And I was like, hell yeah. Like, I got nervous if I played one-on-one. I got nervous pickup, preseason game, regular season game. So every game is the same to me. I'm gonna play the same way regardless of if it's the first game of the season or we're in the finals. I'm gonna play the same way. You know what I mean? And all it take is, the nervous energy. All it takes is somebody to run into you one time and then I just go away.
Has anyone ever made you fearful? Like when I did a podcast a couple weeks ago, and kind of went viral. I said when I first played against Jordan, I was terrified. So is any player, like when you first saw him at your position or any position that, like when you first arrived in the NBA, it's like, oh my God, there he is.
Stephon Marbury, and Steve Nash.
Really?
Yeah, but see, I remember my first game, and KJ I was the same speed, fast like him, all that. But he had that, I call it a John Stockton mentality. Just, you might not be so athletic, but
The game is slow in your mind.
it's slow down. And then Coach Brown used to tell me, like, you don't have to go fast all the time. You know what I mean? You got to think the game. KJ was backdooring me. He was just destroying me because he was just outsmarting me. And that was the first time I got destroyed in my life. He had 36, 9 and 9. And I remember Mo Cheeks coming up to my locker and was like, don't worry about it, AI. I was literally crying. And he was like, don't worry about
Regular season game.
Huh?
Like a regular season
Regular
game.
season. I never let nobody destroy me like that. And he was like, don't worry about it, AI. One day you'll get somebody 36, 9 and 9. And I'll never forget that. And I just saw KJ in LA and we talked about that.
When you say KJ, who are you referring
Kevin
to?
Johnson.
So Kevin Johnson got you.
Destroyed
So you were talking, though, about Steve Nash as well?
Steve, and Steve was hell with the pick and roll because if you go under it, then he's just going to shoot it.
Knocked
if you
out.
go over, he turn in the corner. You know what I mean? And Stephon was just so strong and powerful and fast. You know what I mean? Like,
He was cool, too.
Steph tried to bully me, man.
I love the convenience of having clothes to wear for different occasions, whether I'm doing the big podcast at NBA All-Star, working out, or on the set at TNT. Having options in my closet is a must. American Giant makes clothing that fits into your life. They have an impressive selection to choose from. I'm telling you. So if you're on the hunt for the perfect t-shirt, jeans, or a super soft sweatshirt, American Giant has what you're looking for. Partner, my favorite is the crew t-shirt because it's both comfortable and fashionable. So shop for closet staples that you can wear anywhere at american-giant.com and get 20% off your first order when you use code BIG at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at american-giant.com, promo code BIG. So Shaq's the kind of guy that you don't get jealous often, but sometimes certain people's cool, you wish, like, you were saying sometimes you wish you could drive a Porsche or sometimes you wish you could drive a Lambo. Was there anything of his swag that you were jealous of?
Everything.
Yeah, I figured.
Because
You can't grow cornrows.
no, I wasn't trying to go on the cornrows, but we're from similar places, similar backgrounds. But, when you come in, they throw this word in your face, corporate. And, some people either go here or there. I had to learn how to be in the middle, but I always rock the chains. But when we saw him and he took all the battles for us, I'm tatted because of you.
Wow.
My whole body is tatted because of you. Because I got one tattoo, went crazy, So after he did it, and people just start accepting it, everything he did.
One in college.
What was your first tattoo?
Bulldog.
The Bulldog, the Georgetown Bulldog.
And then
Oh, yeah.
when I got to the league,
He went crazy.
he got addictive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
was your first tattoo?
The Superman tattoo, and it was real small, right here on the left.
So when he started doing the tattoos, it just like swept through the NBA?
Yes, everybody started doing. He started doing that. He started
Dennis was first though, Shaq.
No, but Dennis ain't with us.
I know, man.
Dennis ain't with us. Yeah, Dennis over there. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about from the hood, rims, cars, speakers.
And I took ass whipping for
Yeah.
it. I took ass whipping for being myself. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
But you actually taught me how to be myself too.
I mean, everybody else is taking up. Why not be you?
Yeah.
I can't stand when people be just don't love who God created. God created you. That's disrespect for you to want to be something else. I won't doing nothing wrong. I got my braids because I was tired of barbers on the road
Pushing your
fucking
line.
my hair up.
Pushing your line back like Stephen A. Smith.
I knew you was going there. I knew you was going there.
Yes, sir, Allen Iverson.
You terrible, man.
Oh man.
You are terrible.
Stephen A. Smith got his line pushed back so far. No,
Think about
but
that. Like even your mom doing your braids on the bench.
That was my aunt.
That was your.
Everybody
that
think it was my mom.
But that was
My
iconic.
hair was coming out.
You know, you didn't see that in the NBA ever.
no, you never saw it.
Man, listen. Let me tell you about this dude. And I gotta brag on you, man, because I love you. This dude right here, man. I was always jealous of his teammates. Like always, and had nothing to do with basketball. Nothing to do with basketball. Just being around them. Just that energy. Just that live, what is it? Live, laugh, love. I don't know if it's the right order.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. That's
Plaque
Shaquille O'Neal.
that like people in the Midwest have in their kitchen. Live, laugh. I'm sorry. No, okay, get back. But just him as a
That's-
human, just to spend
man.
82
And I'm like,
games.
damn, like y'all got a chance to be around him every day. You know what I mean? And I had that same love for Aaron McKee and Eric Snow.
Oh, the best.
You know what I mean? But Shaq was like, I always thought that, and I tell people this all the time, I always thought that if I played with Shaq, it wouldn't be fair.
Oh, it wouldn't.
Oh, I wanted to get into. So, what would happen? AI and Shaq together.
Same thing I did with Penny. Same thing I did with Kobe. Same thing I did with
Man, I'm gonna
D-Wade.
throw that thing in there.
And when I
and
get
then
double, I'm
just
going to throw
wait
it
for
right
you
back.
I'm gonna wait for you to double.
That's it.
And and once you try to close out, I'm running right by you. Layups all day long or dunks in my early years.
All right, so let's build of your era. So not all time. You're at the 5. You're at the 1. Who are we putting at 2, 3, 4?
Kobe.
Somebody different.
Kobe. I'm gonna take me out.
No, I actually want others. Like if we're building around you two.
Let me go first while he think
okay.
about it. Him at the 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to go T-Mac at the 2. I'm going to give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
T-Mac at the 2. At the 3, I'm going to go.
Crazy.
Do we want a superstar team or do we want a regular team?
I want superstar, so I
All
don't,
right.
so I don't
At the
lose.
3, big dog Glenn Robinson.
Woo!
And at the 4, I'm gonna go with we need somebody crazy. I hate to say this name. Punk Dennis Rodman.
Yo.
Why is he punk Dennis Rodman?
Hey, Dennis. I ain't say
Hey,
nothing.
hey, AI. Shaq, Kobe, Dennis on the same team. Who's the biggest superstar?
Superstar.
Yeah. Shaq, Kobe, and Dennis on the same team. Who's the biggest superstar?
You.
No.
Kobe.
Dennis Rodman.
I know that. I mean, I heard all the stories.
Bro,
Yeah, I thought you was talking about just
This
superstar. You told me some stories now.
this dude would come in. The meeting's at 5:30. Like, you got to be there at 5:30, 45 minutes ago. He'll come in with 40 minutes on the clock, eating chicken and rice, not paying attention. Doing in the middle of the meeting, take a cold shower, not paying attention. We go out first, then he'll come out, give you 25 rebounds, stinking like a put his clothes on, and go to the club and had the baddest woman I've ever seen in my life. Surrounded him, hugging
That's
him,
the
kissing
reason you
him.
don't like him is because he had the baddest women.
No, I'm like this stank like he smelled like garbage truck water, and he got models on him at the club. Like I was a party guy. I thought some party had some thing, but I ain't never seen what I seen with Dennis Rodman. I was actually mad. Me and Uncle
That's
Roman.
what I mean. Like he's with
No, I was
Carmen
mad.
Electra.
Yeah, I was mad. Not because he had the girl. I'm like, this can't even wash his ass. He
Man,
didn't.
my 5.
All right, let's get to AI's 5.
All right, first I want to talk about Jim O'Brien. I had a coach. I just thought about it.
Oh yeah, I remember Jim.
Huh?
I remember Jim.
Man, look here, dog.
Defensive specialist.
Listen, man. I'm talking about everything written on paper, like the substitutions, the same. You know what I mean? Man, anyway. Man, let me tell you what this dude did to me. I was out. He told me, he said, my friend, I had 50, I think 55 in the game the night before. He called me in his office. He said, my friend said he seen you out at 5 a.m. last night. I'm suspending you for the game in Miami. You can't go to Miami. I'm talking about I played
He was just trying to keep you from Miami.
I mean, you trying to keep us from winning too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
got a lot of those people, I feel like, in your life.
yeah.
But let me stick up for him for a second. So, for those who don't know about this thing of ours, there's no set time on when you have to go to bed and how many hours of rest you need. Because I wasn't out, but I'm up. You know, Shane know. I'll text her like I can't go to bed till 5 or 6 a.m.
Yeah, no,
and all the times that I did try to go to bed early, I played like
man.
so, you know, it ain't no.
I was out.
Yeah.
So like
I was
it
in
ain't
the
no,
streets.
but I'm saying it ain't no set like, oh, you need to do it. No, that's a myth.
Right.
I never go to bed early. Ever since 18 years old, I've never went to bed before 12 o'clock.
Shaq,
ever.
we play at 7 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying. You could take a nap.
Play at 7 o'clock.
I'm saying you could take a nap. But that was my thing. Stay out all night, right? Like just 4. Get up at 10, right? So that's 5 hours right there. Go to shoot around, mess around, come back. 2 turkey club fries and a pineapple soda, and then I sleep the 4 hours. That's what I need before the game. Like if I get that 3 hours before the game, no matter what I did the night before, I'm killing somebody. So you know, they always try to make a big deal of him going out, but we was always out on the road.
And it's
always.
only basketball, man. It's only basketball. So you tell me if I'm going to play pickup ball and they play at 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
I'm good. Basketball was fun as hell. I don't care what time the game is. We had, remember back then, what was the ABC games? 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Those were
and
bad.
And I might not get into 2, 3 in the morning.
Right.
But it's basketball. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't wait. I mean, I'm gonna play harder than anybody. You know, I mean, Russ play hard. I love Russ. He play hard and he remind me of myself, of just the energy, just a bolt of energy, man. You know what I mean? Like you owe it, man, you owe it to the fans, you owe it to your team, you owe it to God for giving you the talent. You know what I mean? Like I play every game like it was my last.
You guys both love Russ. He says the same thing. He plays the game just
I
like
it
you
because
did.
he tough too.
Well, he never gave us his 5.
Yes.
Steph.
Ooh.
So you, Steph.
He my favorite. No, I ain't. I'm in it.
No, man, you in it.
Yeah, you have to be in it.
I got to take Steph off. I can't take Steph off. I got to put
You
Steph
could
in.
both be
Nah,
back
man,
there.
you in it.
No, but see, I got my whole lineup.
Okay.
All right, let me let you hear my lineup first.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Steph, Kobe, Mike, LeBron,
Diesel. Okay. Now you have to go in it. So who are we taking out?
Shaq.
That's kind of today's NBA.
Who in the league reminds you of yourself today besides Westbrook? I'm talking this new era.
Everybody say Ja.
Oh, yeah.
But man, let me talk about this guy. What the hell is wrong with Luka?
Luka's different.
Yeah,
73 in Atlanta. Ball on a string.
You can go there, but I didn't even want to go there. You know what I mean? That goes without saying, 73.
Sure.
I'm talking about his style. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like street ball mixed in with the street ball. And then I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way.
He's slow as hell.
No, hell, I mean, yeah, he move
Yeah.
at his own pace.
Right.
But I won't gonna say that. I'll let you say it. Because they probably kill me for it.
No, you should say it. We can edit it out. We won't.
Man, yeah, he play the way he play.
White? He plays like a white guy?
No, he plays like a black guy.
Ah, gotcha.
He has
That man got
hold
style.
so
on. Let me fix it. He has swag.
He got swag.
Got it.
Ah.
Okay.
He got swag.
Got
There
it.
you go.
Got it.
He got swag.
Yeah, no, he is.
You could. I mean,
Tell
man,
me-
he's so cool out there. I mean, he just everything's just slow. I mean, just major moves, and then wet ball. I mean, he shoot the blood out of that thing. Man, Luka is.
You played in an era where we were allowed to touch people up, hand checking up the court. Somebody asked me this the other day, so I'm going to ask you. What would you average in the game today?
If you went for it,
Ain't that too my horn?
of
My
course.
horn.
But yours a horn.
it's okay.
Okay, if I averaged 30, I lost the scoring title to Kobe the year he averaged 35. I averaged 33.
Man.
And I'm just thinking like, if I was to play in this era where it's wide open, if I can average 33 in a season, I'm gonna just take it up to 43. I know 10 points more.
I agree with that.
Gotta be.
And then what's he doing in this era?
God damn.
He's up against Chet Holmgren, who's great.
Yo.
He's good.
He had Chet playing in my
He gets
game. I
really
love Chet.
I love Chet too.
But look,
Barbecue shish kebabs. That's what that is. Chicken on a stick.
and I'm saying it like, and I promise you, I'm not on nobody.
No.
But Shaq had to play against Ewing, Mutombo, Sabonis,
Robinson.
Robinson,
Hakeem.
Rick Smits, Akeem.
Greg Ostertag.
Yeah, well, Greg. I mean, that's big body. What was big country, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the one that gave him problems.
Big countries to kill
Big
me,
country.
dog.
So hold on. So Bryant Reeves, Big Country, was the one random guy that for some reason gave him problems. Did you have a Big Country that should not have given
Marcus
you problems?
Banks, man.
Marcus
I always
Banks.
give him props because he was 6'2", and he was stocky and he could move laterally. So even when I like hit his shoulder or whatever, he was able to, be able,
Keep you in front.
keep me right there. You know what I mean? I couldn't turn the corner on him. He gave me problems. Kobe gave me problems at times.
How could he not?
DeMar Johnson.
Never heard of him.
Man, DeMar Johnson.
Sorry,
Gave me
DeMar.
but he's 6'9". He's 6'9", so he could just back up off me and then contest my shot.
Of all of his crossovers,
I
where
was just about to ask him.
I was going to, before we ask him, which one do you put as his number one?
Oh, the Michael Jordan one. Everyone. So, but I wanted to ask you, like,
Did dudes worse than I did Mike.
Yeah. Was it Antonio McDaniels?
I did him bad.
That was he like, he was
Oh,
great.
yeah, I remember that one.
He fell, got back up and fell again.
Yeah.
so you were the first guy I seen do it like you did it. Like, for all the kids I was watching, how do you set that up? And like, once you go like that, are you always coming back that way?
I can't cross from, and people told me that's Patrick Beverly.
Okay.
Because he was like, if you going right, you going all the way to the basket. Your crossover is from left to right.
Right.
So if I put it in my right hand, and the only thing I could do was the cross with my left. I would have to go to the other side of the backboard and use my right. I ain't want to dribble with my left, nothing. You know what I mean? I was
And yet they would still fall for it.
because you make it the way you do it, you making that person, you got to make it look exactly like you going that way. You know what I mean?
That's
and
the
once you
key,
get them
got it.
leaning,
And that was that part.
once you try to beat me to the spot, you in trouble.
Could you see the fear in people's eyes at the top of the key?
No, but I tell you what. One thing I know about basketball and this beautiful game is I can tell when somebody's scared of me. I'm telling you, I can tell because I mean the eyes never lie.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You can sense fear in people. This is something you gotta know. You can't teach this.
Yeah.
And I remember like I would before the tip off, I would look at my opponent and I would just look at him. And
You steal this from him? Did you guys ever look at each
that's
other
what killers
before a
do.
game?
That's what killers do.
No, not him.
That's what killers do.
So you would look at the guard.
The guy that's guarding me, I would look at him As soon as he turned his head, got his.
Did you do it? Did you do it during the national anthem? No, because
when
that's
did
when
you
I
do
always
it?
did my.
When did you do it? Like during the game?
No, right when it
Oh, the ball.
jump
Okay.
off. Yeah, right. I'm
Mine
standing
was
right
during,
across from you.
Mine was during the national anthem. This part here. For the land of the free. And got him. Yeah, so it was similar. That's crazy.
He said the one guy that wouldn't look away was Tim Duncan. Who was the one guy that never showed fear when you looked in his
Right.
eyes? Who was it for you? Marbury.
Mamba.
Oh, Mamba. Kobe.
I'm scared of nobody out there.
And
That's why we used to like, me and him used to, cause I'm like, cause I felt like it was disrespect for a big man to check me. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? You
Stay
stay
on your
down
side.
there,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 6'6", 6'7", like, come on, man. I'm going by you all day. You know what I mean? But I was just telling you about DJ. What he used to do though, he used to back up off me, right? And then I used to still turn the corner on him, and he'll let me get by. And when I lay it up,
SWAT. Man.
DJ had D. Telling you,
Pause.
You know,
pause.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh my God.
It's a I didn't mean to. It's a natural reaction.
so
Kevin
I
Bates
wanna,
got everybody, man.
I wanna.
That was terrible right there, though.
You left it
matter.
out there, and then I just
Edit
swatted
that,
it.
man.
Yeah, thanks.
I wanna.
Edit that. 'Cause I don't want no problems.
I wanna congratulate you on your new appointment. You know, when Reebok came to me and said, "Hey, we need help in the basketball department," I thought of one person, because I remember when I came into Reebok, we were here, and then when you signed, you took it to that next level. So the reason why I thought of you is because I want you to help me take it to that next level. So I haven't called you, I haven't seen you yet, but I want to say thank you for accepting the role as vice president
I appreciate it.
of
I appreciate it,
Reebok
bro.
basketball. And
But, big bro, by you doing that, got me more problems. I'm telling you, everybody and their mom.
calling you about shoes.
Yeah, man, hey man, come on, man, hook my team up, man, and man, give me a spot at Reebok, man, give me a job. I'm like, listen, man, let me see a resume or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about damn near every day for the first month that I got that job, I had to deal with that. People in my family, I know you got something for me to do over at Reebok, man. Man, no, I don't, man. No, I don't.
I would love to see like a commercial in like an office of you two like in suits, like in the Reeboks.
That's not going to happen because I'm not going to make them wear a suit.
Well, no, of course.
And, you know, when you have people,
I don't know, man. I like that now. My girl like when I,
Get suited and booted?
man.
have I ever seen you in
31
a suit?
years. Huh?
Have I ever seen you in a suit?
Man, didn't we get inducted at the same time?
Oh, that's right, we did. My bad.
Yeah, but my girl was like, I like to see you. So man, 31 years we've been together, and you just now telling me that you like. So, what was it back then? Like,
Yeah.
you ain't like it. You ain't. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask.
So I heard Steve Nash was asked recently comparing Kyrie to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was saying that Kyrie has a more complete handle package.
Right.
Is that something you agree with?
Hell yeah, he got the best.
Kyrie has the best.
He's the best.
What do you mean
Ever?
by more complete? Oh, what do you mean by more complete?
I'll let him speak on it.
And then with I like and Steph handle is crazy, but Steph and Kyrie jumper is wet too, but Steph his jumper get him over a lot because he hit you with the
You're
hands
so
up. What
afraid
you
of
gonna
the
do?
jumper,
exactly,
yeah.
and then he cross half court, he can let it go
So you think Kyrie has the best handles ever?
ever.
Wow.
Ever?
Who you think? I'm saying like
yeah,
with
'cause you
me,
have,
with
in
me,
the words of Shaq, you
with
have
me,
G14 class.
Okay, I heard Rod Strickland on All the Smoke, and I love Rod Strickland too. He said basically he just go. Basically,
Any direction.
He just go. Kyrie will have you beat and then bring it back and play with it like he toy with people. You know what I mean? Like he can still just go. You know what I mean? But if he feel like playing with you,
So where's my boy falling into that white chocolate?
he high up there. He high.
That's who I would say had the best handles ever.
Wow.
Like Kyrie is like guys are in their own category. Like Kyrie is, he's really herky-jerky with it.
Herky-jerky, yeah.
He's herky-jerky with it.
Yeah.
Steph,
I think of white chocolate, I think so much of his passing.
no, he got the whole package.
That to me was the special, like what he would do.
Yeah,
Kyrie,
got the whole package.
it's interesting. He puts himself into trouble, gets himself out of trouble, then goes back into
Right.
it, and then his finish package is insane. Like he can finish from crazy angles.
Do you know what a move inside of a move is? I can't do it no more. I can't show you. But
Yeah, because I was waiting for the answer. I was like,
man, hell no.
Is he about to stand up
Man,
and
look.
cross up somebody
Man,
in the
listen,
audience?
man, me and this dude over here, we in the bar, in a restaurant. Man, this dude is answer. He called me answer. I beat your ass in running. I beat your ass in racing. You can't beat me in racing. Yeah, whatever. Now, mind you, I ain't ran in about 5 years.
Well, this was recently?
Yes, listen.
You got challenged to a foot race?
Man, yes. Man, listen. I go out there, you know what I mean? He telling me, man, no, my homeboy, my best friend, he telling me, he like, yo, you better stretch, man. You better stretch. Man, that stretch, I ain't got to do that to beat this. And then he said, man, answer, we ain't got to run that far, man. Just run right here. So if we would have ran in the distance that he
Wanted to
he
run?
wanted to,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't have happened to me. Pulled up lane.
Damn. Hamstring.
Man, that hurt so bad. I was done for about 2 weeks. I'm
And so
talking about, man.
I'm guessing in your playing career,
and
you
then
never
they got me on.
stretched?
They got me on video.
icy hot.
I need it.
I
They got me
you,
on
AI,
video
whatever
though,
you need.
and he like, man, I'm getting ready to post this. I said, no, you not. He really getting ready to post it.
Content, bro.
Man,
So
look,
when
man,
you-
don't
I see-
embarrass me like that, man.
I see Steph. He's like doing the bands, the workouts and stuff. Did you stretch before games?
Man, I never stretch.
Me
Not
either.
one time.
Man.
Oh, man.
Listen,
Isn't it funny how much it's
when
changed?
everybody's stretching, that's when I would come in the gym. Cause if we got practice at 9:00, I got there at 8:55.
So thousands of points, none of them came after stretching.
In the words of Will Ferrell and Twin Brothers, did we just become best friends? I did the same.
What do you mean?
Bro, we don't need to practice. Go ahead, do it for me.
When you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Practice?
Practice? We talking about practice, not a game. Man, listen, but look, that goddamn story is so bad. Man, listen, cause okay, that summer, my kids was in school, and I mean that they were in school doing the school man, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, look, and all of their teachers and the kids, you know what I mean? Tell your daddy don't go. Tell him your daddy don't go. I never wanted to get traded.
Right.
Tell your daddy don't go. Tell your daddy don't go. So my girl out in the city, people saying, tell your husband don't go. Don't tell him don't go. Whatever. So I went. Billy King and Coach called me in the office, and they was like, look, you're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? So my thing was, okay, now let's call the press conference so I can tell
Get this over with.
I can tell everybody that,
You're staying.
man, yes, man. And I got up there, and this one reporter that used to always,
Eskin. Yeah.
and
Was
he,
it him?
huh?
It was Eskin?
No, I won't ask him.
Oh,
I
wow.
fell out. Me and Eskin was tight, and then we fell out.
Gotcha.
I think I ain't come on a show or something like that.
Yeah.
But Howard was my man.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, kept asking me about practice. And I just couldn't.
It went off.
I just couldn't hold it. And then, you know, the
I know Shaq agreed with the rant. I know Shaq's like, I don't want to go to
Got your
practice
back.
either.
my PR people, my PR lady was trying to get me, because if you think about it, during the interview, I was like, hold up, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? And I just, and then like my best friend had got killed.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, and I had to, you know, deal with that. And I'm supposed to be coming in here telling y'all that I'm not going nowhere. And you asking me about practice. And the crazy about that is they messing with people for not playing in the games. Game time, I'm always there.
Think
Hurt
about today's
anything.
NBA.
Right.
We're trying to get guys to play 65 games.
And back then, they was worried about what I was
Practice.
doing on the practice court instead of in front of 20,000 people.
I know Shaq was probably out there being like, why are we practicing?
All the time. Like they always gave me flack for not being in shape during the off season. But this is my thing. I used to get beat up so bad, right? I needed the rest.
Fact.
And then mentally wise, who I need to get in shape for?
Right.
Like who? Like I don't give who you put in front of me. I'm getting what I want.
Yeah.
Tell you a quick story. Miami, playing for Pat Riley. Pat Riley's a stat guy. So one day he brings in Alonzo Mourning. He says, Shaq, you know, the guys have their body fat. Alonzo, take your shirt off. I want you to look like this. Alonzo's chiseled.
Yo,
He
that's
look
crazy,
he look
man.
like a machine.
Coach said that about Steph.
Yeah.
Said, this is how I want your body to look.
Yeah.
Did that with me with Marbury.
Alonzo took his shirt off and chiseled. I was like, impressive. But I said, Coach, let me show you something. I said, Alonzo, you look good. I said, Coach, but this is what I average against this 41, 19, and 6. He's like, well, yeah. No, he put me on. He said, you can't do that. I said, Coach, I'm not
Against Alonzo.
No, so he wanted the big guys to have 10% body fat. So I said, Coach, I'm a fried chicken cheeseburger guy. I'm not eating no salads. That's just not what I do.
Man, Coach Brown played me 48 minutes one night and then 46 the next night. 48 minutes, then 46 the next night. And tried to get me to practice after back-to-back.
Exactly.
All right, I want to talk about what's on the hoodie, because that moment, the step over, it was against you guys. So you step over to Ron Lue, another moment that kind of becomes iconic, where at the time you probably had no idea it would come that way. I'm curious what it was like from your perspective, and then you facing him in that moment where like you appreciate greatness. And I think so, but it was against your teammate. So maybe I'll let you go first.
There's two answers. First answer, you gotta act like you're mad. Like, man, what? But then when I got to the bench, Jerome was behind me. I was like, damn, you see what that just did to Ty Lue? I had the towel over. I was like, Jerome, you see what that this is how I look? God damn, that cold. And then when the camera pan back around, you gotta be like, but I was there.
Man,
I saw it.
Dude, man. Man, look. All right.
And now he's going to go down as one of the
since
greatest.
you know the picture, the picture. Since you know the play, right? Did you see anything out of the ordinary that he did on that play?
Thinking back,
You
no.
weren't watching it too good.
Was he fouling you?
He was holding my hand. He was holding my hand on that play.
See, because I think of the whole story going up was here was young Tyronn Lue. He got the same braids. He was trying to be the Iverson stopper. Like it seemed like he was trying to create this image to be the guy that stopped you. And so I thought that was the buildup of it.
He told me, he said, Shaq and Kobe was on him because he looked up to me when he was in college. And they was saying, basically, you gonna let him bust your,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Pause. Damn.
No, it's okay.
He gonna, and that's why, I mean, he was, man, I'm gonna put him in there too. I'm gonna put Ty in there with, Play Me Tough. Cause
He's one of the best coaches of all time now.
and I love him, dog. I love that dude so much. And look, I remember when he got traded to the Wizards. So we had the free throw line, and he was like doing what he do, pestering me. And I was like, man, go ahead with that. I said, man, that little $5 million you got paid, man, that's because of me. He said what I would say. He looked at me and said, thank you. And I laughed, and we've been like this ever since.
He's awesome.
So, look, brother, we know we got to go. I want to say thank you for taking time, and I will see you in the Reebok office soon. We got a lot of work to do. You know, we don't really have a basketball program, so I'm not going to bother you a lot, but I may need you to make some calls and go check out some kids, and see you in about 20 minutes, and I appreciate you, and I love you. I love your family.
Love you, too.
You know, if you ever need anything from me, brother,
thanks, big bro.
I'm always there. All right? I appreciate
Give it up for Allen Iverson, everybody.
Love you, my boy. I'll see you in a few. You got to go.
That was painless.
This is a man that went from internet sensation to winning over the nation, from breaking Iverson high school records and forging his own path. When people you realize actually doubted him, all you can do is F and laugh. From, but he's in the G, to, you know that's a 50. Can we give it up for Mac McCluck?
Oh, man.
So I had the distinct honor last year of being on the court and watching everyone's face as you hit every dunk on the first attempt, and the entire nation went, holy shit. I watched Guy Fieri lose his mind. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
From your perspective, now that we're a year out, bro, like, what was that night like?
Man, I think it was really a blur in the moment, just while I was out there. But I remember there was a moment, like, me and my best friends were there, so we came back and we got in the hotel room. We just looked at each other like, what just happened? Like, this is crazy. But the best part was definitely just having all my family and friends there and getting to see their faces after, and it was just a lovely moment for sure.
This is all part of the General's big break here at NBA All-Star Weekend. And I know that the big fella Shaq Diesel is very proud of you. He said beforehand, make them remember your name. Did that resonate with you at all? Like, other than the fact that it's Shaq, but did that saying at all stick with you?
It definitely did. I think I was so nervous that a lot of things were in my head at the time, but I just remember saying, don't miss any dunks. And I was like, yeah, no pressure. Like, I hope I don't, but I luckily didn't.
What happens after that? So that night you're there with your boys, you're in the hotel room, you're processing what happened, and then you go back to the G, another, like, averaging over 20 points per game. What has it been like to go back on the basketball court after doing that in the dunk contest? Like, did your opponents treat you differently? Were your teammates treating you differently? Not the fans, but like your actual G Leaguers.
Yeah, I mean, I think the G League in some way, it's a little different than college. I think it's almost a brotherhood where it's like everybody's trying to make it. We're all in this together almost. So there was definitely a lot of support and congratulations. But, it was a little bit more packed crowds and a little more security. It was a little different for sure, but I think everybody kind of still bought in. As you know, we won a championship that year and was an incredible ending.
So I asked you right after the dunk contest, you're going to come back next year and defend it? And you were like, if you'll have me. And it's like, the dunk contest needs you. And I think you know that. How quickly afterwards did you start putting together the repertoire for this year?
Yeah, no, I wasn't 100% sure I was going to do it.
Stop.
I know I really wasn't.
Why?
Because, I mean, it takes a lot out of you. I was going to see what situation I was in with teams and stuff, but, it's something that you don't get any rest on your body. It's hard on your body. Instead of when players take that break, you're going even overtime, and you have to almost a month and a half before start preparing. And so on your off days,
everybody's winding down to take a week off.
Yeah.
You're like rampant. Okay.
Yeah, so your off days turn into dunk practice. You know what I mean? So it's like a whole ordeal. But I called one of my boys, my best friend, and I was like, man, like, I'm thinking, I don't know what to do. And he called me, he's like, man, shut up. You're doing that again. I was like, all right, man, whatever. And I was like, man, now that we're here, it's like, this is such an incredible opportunity. I'm really lucky to be here. And I love dunking. I love playing basketball. Like, it's no question.
Who do you bring into the brain trust for, like, ideas? Because you don't want any of it to leak, but you also want good concepts that maybe people haven't seen before.
Yeah, I got about 4 people I send everything to. They have a dunk coach here, and he's amazing. And then my 4 best friends who probably get tired of me
This
calling
crew
them.
right here.
Yeah, these guys. I'll call them at like 11, 12. I'm like, hey, what do you think? I just tried this. Do you think this is good enough? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure they get tired of it, but they've been great sports.
So with the general, the question we ask usually, and we've done this with like comedians and musicians, who gave you your big break? What would you consider to be your big break in basketball?
My big break. I don't know. Probably signing my first NBA contract with the Lakers. Signing the 2-way with them was probably, a surreal moment. Like I'm on a NBA roster. Like especially with like the team that year was like Carmelo, LeBron, Rondo. Like
Oh
you
my
saw all the
gosh.
nameplates and like to have my name on that too. I was like, man, like I don't know if I could have dreamed of it like this. You can't even dream it the way you think it's gonna be.
And then in terms of big break for the dunk contest, how did you find out that you were going to be a participant? Like, what was that phone call?
Man, I can't lie. That was a stressful thing too because they were like, we're gonna try to get you in it, and they're like, nah, you're not gonna be in it. And then like maybe like 2 weeks before, they're like, hey, you're gonna be in it. I'm like, okay, let me get ready. So I think that was a big on and off process where I knew there was a chance to do it, but once I got that final call, I was like, all right, it's time to lock in.
You said on during the Rising Stars practice, you said, pay attention to the slow-mo replays. And the first thing I thought about was the Vince Carter elbow dunk, because that was so special because people didn't realize it at first. Then when you went back, you're like, damn, his elbow was in the rim. I thought your dunk last year where you tapped the backboard and dunked it, there was an and then there was that second, oh, he touched the backboard. So we're even talking more complex than that? Okay.
I would say so. I would say so. I think it's. I want to make sure they agree because everybody has different opinions. But I think the slow mo on these will be more impressive.
Whoa.
I hope they are,
Okay.
and I hope I can make them.
Do you think you could dunk over Shaq?
I don't know. That's a good question. I've never
Bro,
tried.
7'1".
Yeah, he is tall.
We're having my GOAT, AI, come through later. And when I was reading about you beating his records in Virginia, I realized that he's a completely different GOAT to the people of Virginia. How do you think Virginia sees AI compared to how everybody else sees AI?
It's hard because he's loved so much by a lot of places in the world, really. Like overseas, everybody loves him. And Virginia, like it's a whole nother thing, man. I can't even explain it, man. He's a hero. Like he's a folklore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Have you had a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I just saw him like 5 minutes ago. He actually went to his game in high school. He showed me a lot of love for beating his record. But yeah, I just saw him in the hallway a couple minutes ago.
Take me back to like high school Mac, breaking a record, you're chasing this name, and then boom, love.
Man, I mean, it was someone I first just looked up to and loved everything about him. And getting him to, hit me up and ask me to come to his game and show me love and, make fun about the record and everything was it was the coolest from a kid from Gate City, Virginia.
If you could take me back to that high school journey where I felt like my feed was one of two things for like 6 months. It was either you Duncan or Zion Duncan. It just felt like it was going back and forth. I feel like that started this whole wave of Instagram hoops where like people were making their names off these viral clips. What to ride that wave, how did that feel as you were going through it?
Man, it was crazy because I was so disconnected from the outside world. I was in a town of 1,000 people, so like I was just walking around and going to the games, and obviously the games were crazy, sold out hours and hours before. But like I didn't know until maybe a year later. I like went to Vegas or something for a game, and like a worker ran out of the store and was like, "Yo, Mac." I'm like, "What do you mean, yo, Mac? Like
a random
are you
employee was
related or
chasing you.
something?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "What?" Like, man, I guess those videos like people were really seeing them. It was crazy. I mean, just the support from the basketball community. I've been on teams with the best players, and been on teams with LeBron and Steph Curry for a little bit. So it's like after seeing those guys, it's hard to like see anything else that can compare to that.
What did you take away from, let's say, Steph Curry first? What was that? What do you take from that experience that normal fans like us will never see?
Man, it's cool because it's not like I was a high guy on the roster, so it's Just really his preparation. Obviously, everybody hears about that, but the coolest thing was like who he was as a person. Like he's a genuinely good person, man. Just like gives time to everybody and just a kind human, man. That was the coolest part about
What
it.
about LeBron?
Yeah, LeBron's the man too. I mean, he's a very cool, charismatic guy that everybody just kind of listens to, and when he walks in a gym, it's different. You know, you're like, man, that guy has an aura about him. Like he's different, but super good guy as well. So you know, I don't think it's on accident that those guys are so successful.
If you get the call one day and they say, hey, forget the 10-day, we're signing you to an active NBA roster. For you in this journey, what would that mean to you?
It'd be incredible. It's something I've been working for and feel like I've deserved for a little bit. So I think the journey would definitely continue, but it would be a sitting moment where I'm like, man, a lot of odds were just beaten at this moment, and I wouldn't take it for granted.
I have heard this as a frustration from a number of G Leaguers I've talked to. I hear this from Jamal Crawford, that sometimes those roster spots, those 12, 13, 14, 15, it doesn't make sense. And I'm just curious how often guys in the G League are talking to each other being like, I would mess that dude up.
It definitely happens a lot, and I think you know, especially when like
a friend leaned over and smiled, so
yeah.
I feel like I may be onto something there.
No, I mean,
I'm not trying to knock off anybody.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like the competitive nature of it all.
Absolutely. I mean, I think when I was younger, I maybe felt that way. I understand how the business works a little more now, so it's like, yeah, of course, when a high draft pick comes down and you put 30 on them, you're like, well, what's up? Like, you know, like I could help this team out, but it's not how the game works. You know, I know how I'm going to try to get in the NBA, and it's going to have to be in a situation where you know, it's lucky something happens. God forbid somebody gets hurt or something. I'm on their roster. It's just like it's going to be a lucky opportunity that you have to make the most of and be ready for.
I'm sure you've been asked a million times your Mount Rushmore of dunkers, so we're not going to do that. I would love to know your Mount Rushmore, though, of dunks pulled off at a dunk contest. And this can be NBA. This could be maybe ones that we would see like N1 Mixtape Tour, anything. Which ones would you put in your top four?
My top four would be
like do you have a number one?
Yeah.
What's number one?
One would be Aaron Gordon under both legs.
So under both legs, where he compressed his body and was like horizontal.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so that's number one all time.
Yeah. Two would probably be also Aaron Gordon off the spin when the guy was spinning.
With the spinning magic mascot.
Incredible. Yeah.
Okay. That's one, and two is Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
What about 3 and 4?
I would say 3 would be Zach LaVine's first dunk his first year when he went between the legs and then reversed it on the other side, was just crazy. And then 4 would be MJ for sure, free throw.
MJ free throw line.
Yeah.
Did you have that poster?
I probably did. I probably did.
I had that poster.
Yeah.
So Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, Michael Jordan. When you hear people say that the dunk contest doesn't have as much luster to it, but then last year, Kenny Smith said, number one, a star is born, and 2, that you save the dunk contest. Something that has been woven into the fabric of America, that Saturday night of All-Star, we watch the greatest athletes in the world dunk, that you were being called saving it. I want to know what that does for you, and I want to know what it did for your parents.
Man, I don't know. I really don't know.
Heavy.
It's heavy. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel lucky that I got to be a part of it. And, you know, I don't know if it needed saving. I knew somebody would come back around and do great. And you see Jaylen Brown's in it this year. Like, it's just, it's a beautiful contest. You know, we all love watching dunking. So I think it was going to come back with me or without me. But I'm just happy to be a part of it. I know my parents were definitely proud, and it was a cool moment.
So one thing Shaq loves to do is he says that you're an alien and that the humans are earthlings. And so you can never listen to the earthlings because you're an alien. And he doesn't believe in fear. To go on a stage like that, what is your relationship with fear?
Yeah, I do believe in fear. I think you have to have spaces for everything. And I think I have spaces to coexist with fear, because I think you don't ever want it to be a decision maker, but you don't want to act like it's not there, because it is. I think we all know it is, but I think you have to learn how to coexist with it, and I definitely will be nervous. I'll definitely be a little scared, but I think my preparation will hopefully show.
Is there a celebrity, man or woman, that if they were sitting courtside and that afterwards was like, oh my God, Mac, that you would be starstruck by?
I'd probably say like Harry Styles probably be my answer.
What?
Yeah.
Can you explain that to
Yeah,
me,
of
please?
course. I'm a huge Harry Styles fan. I think his music is incredible.
I'm not dismissing Harry Styles.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
he's
just
great.
not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
I would say him or maybe Stevie Nicks. If Stevie Nicks popped out, that'd be dope.
Do you have really dry humor?
No, I'm so serious right now.
Stevie Nicks and Harry Styles?
Yeah, those are my favorite. Yeah.
How Stevie Nicks?
My dad used to listen to him a lot, and I just kind of got put on from him, and I just love all of her music. I love Fleetwood Mac. I just a big fan.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We are all rooting for you. We cannot wait to see what you have in store because I know that you have spent 365 days crafting something special. You've earned this spot. I've watched a lot of your G League games. You have more than just dunking your game. And I'm really hoping that you get that call and that I can go and I can call you on NBA and TNT and be like, McClung is messing people up right now, bro.
Oh, man.
We love you, brother.
Hey, I love you too, man.
Congrats on
Appreciate
everything,
that.
man.
Thank you very much, man.
So there's a reason we don't use teleprompters on TNT because Shaq would just try and read everything that I'm saying or try to make me make a mistake.
Because I'm jealous of that perfect white guy voice.
It's true.
If I had that voice,
What would you do if you had good white guy voice?
can't tell you. It's kids in here.
Okay. Apparently, I'm not using this thing properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask Dr.
Ooh,
O'Neal.
with a live studio audience.
Yes, let's do it.
To those in the audience, we have a segment called Ask Dr. O'Neal. He is actually a doctor, and people actually write in questions so that he can solve them. This is from Jesse B. Smith in San Diego County, and they ask, Dr. O'Neal, my home and business has been for sale for 5 months, and it hasn't sold. I can't find a buyer that realizes that 22 acres and 1,200 avocado trees is worth $1.25 million. Should I let it go for less so I can move on, or should I hold tight and wait for the right buyer? Also, thanks for all the Lakers memories and being an awesome human being.
I don't know what his financial status is, but, if you're adamant about something and you want your price, you should wait. You hear a lot of people say the market is up, the market is down. I really don't know what that means. But, if you have to get rid of it, you should probably lower the price. The good thing about selling is the more marketing you have, the more eyes that can see it. So I'm sure, I don't know what his marketing strategy is, but it has to be more than Zillow or Homes.com. He has just have to promote, and hopefully somebody will see it. How many avocado trees?
1,200. That's a lot.
That is a lot. I hope
That sounds actually like a whole new career path.
Like when I was selling my house, I needed to get rid of it right away, so I lowered the prices a couple of times. And then I don't know how much you pay for it. I don't know how much he's going to profit. I don't know if he's going to lose. So, again, I'm not an expert at this subject, but if you're really adamant about you want to get rid of it now, then you should probably lower the price.
We have another one. By the way, if you have a question you'd like to ask Dr. O'Neal, you can either leave your question in the YouTube comments for the episode.
Or you could ask me from out there.
Send it via email to askdroneal@gmail.com. I got this from someone in the audience. They called themselves Concerned Cheryl. They said, hey, Shaq, Dr. O'Neal, I think my husband, I wrote that. My boyfriend might be onto something, and I really want to go into his phone and check. Should I? Concerned Cheryl says, I think my boyfriend might be onto something. Should I go look through his phone?
The answer is no. And let me tell you why.
And every man sighs
this is real. Sometimes you have to understand what you're looking at. Like my last relationship, I found out the term emotional cheating.
Ooh.
I never heard that in my life. And I was a serial cheater. Like I was a real cheater, but I wasn't cheating this time. But somebody had texted me, I love you. And I responded, I love you.
But you say I love you to everybody.
That's the point. You have to know what you're reading.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? Like if you pick up your husband's phones and, hey, I miss you, Danny, right?
Ooh.
And you know what I'm saying? Or, hey, I miss you, Frida. First, you have to know who Frida is. What if Frida is your grandmother or, Frida is a cousin?
Right.
So if you're going to look, just understand what you're looking for. And you should ask him for permission. And if he says no, then you probably have to go to plan B.
I'm excited to hear what plan B is.
I don't know what plan B is because I never had nobody go that far. But no, you just really have to know what you're looking for because, if you're reading the wrong thing and you comprehend it the wrong way, things can go bad. Again, I like that emotional cheating. Do you believe in emotional cheating?
What was the definition given to you? Like texting or communicating?
Yes, texting.
Anything that's not physical cheating.
Yes, it was texting and communicating. But my question was, how do you know my emotions? Just because I say I love you don't mean I want to hang out. Don't mean I'm going to lie to you.
I would say, there are other things that can be said other than I love you that are probably more incriminating.
Is there a woman out there that understands emotional cheating?
And would you like to take the mic to explain
Yes,
emotional
anybody?
cheating to Dr.
You?
O'Neill?
Anybody?
No?
Bro, we got 50 women in here and no woman. Okay, come on.
And here we have Nairi. Would you like to describe emotional cheating to Dr. O'Neill?
Yeah, so Dr. O'Neill, emotional cheating is like you're already in a committed relationship, right?
Got it.
And then emotional relationship is like you have that same emotional, in-depth relationship with someone else
But how do you?
who isn't your wifey.
But how do you know it's the same emotions? You use the word same emotion. How do you know it's the same emotions?
Okay, maybe not the same, but more than a friendship emotion.
But how do you know it's more than a friendship based on the text?
What?
Well,
I'm just asking because I don't know. Because
Adam. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to be Switzerland in this one. But I think so let's just do varying degrees. She looks in your phone and you're like, hey, babe, I miss you.
Right.
To another woman.
Okay.
Do you understand why she would get upset?
Yes and no.
Okay.
And let me explain why.
Johnny Cochran. This is good.
In the world of being a criminal, you ever heard of the word overt act?
Not really, no.
Okay, so I could say I'm going to harm this good-looking bald-head guy right there, right? We can say it, post it, whatever. And then let's just say me and you get in the car and make the overt act. Now we could be charged with conspiracy. So I could say I miss you doing that, but if I don't see the person, if I don't hang out with the person.
So you can say things as long as you don't act on it.
I thought you can, but obviously you can't.
Someone's entering the stage now.
Like for example, I had a girlfriend that was really good to me. Just didn't work out, right? So if she says, I love you, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm dating somebody else now. Off. I love you too, because I did. Like, when I was in a bad place, she helped me get out that bad place, so I'm going to always have love for her. But I don't see her. I don't hang out. I don't do the overt act.
What if the text is sexual in nature?
Well, the text won't be sexual in nature, because...
You're not a sexter.
No, not at all.
Have you ever sexted? Not admissible in court.
Yes, I have.
So what do we have here?
All right, Miss Tamara, yes, can you explain
Tamara, is this an Ask Dr. O'Neill or a comment on emotional cheating?
This is a comment on emotional cheating.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like emotional cheating is you're in a committed relationship with someone and emotionally they can't meet your needs. So you find someone else that can. So you're having conversations with that other woman or man and emotionally there's an attachment because they're hearing you when the person that you're actually with is not hearing you.
You are a beautiful young lady, but I'm going to have to respectfully disagree.
Okay.
When I'm just talking and flirting, I'm just talking and flirting. Like all my texts, not new people, old people, high school girlfriend. I found this picture of us on the prom. This was a great night. I love you. I love you too. Why are you still talking to your high school girlfriend? See, like.
So my question for you would be this, as my favorite athlete of all time just walked in, and we'll wrap this up. If you saw a girl that you
I won't check. I don't check.
What if it showed up? She's using her phone, she's broadcasting on the screen, and then a bubble pops up. High school boo, I miss you, baby.
Then I'm going to do something and send him the video of what we're doing. And says she belongs to me now.
And that was relationship advice from Dr. O'Neill.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thank you, young lady.
Yeah.
We talking about practice, not a game.